Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Muhi Khwaja with the American Muslim Community Foundation, and today on the Muslim Philanthropy podcast, we have on Zafar Awan, who is the Board of Directors Chairman at Mass Clinic, and they've been nominated for being an outstanding nonprofit. Congratulations and welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much, and good to be on the show.
Wonderful. So tell our listeners what Mass Clinic is and where you're located.
Well, Mass Clinic is a free clinic located in Jacksonville, Florida. Our mission is to provide free, mainly medical services, but also social services to the uh, underserved population of Duval County, Jack, in Florida.
Great. And so the Muslim American Social Services, your clinic, when did you guys get started?
We started, alhamdulillah, 10 years ago in 2010. And the impetus for starting the clinic was there was a bombing at our Islamic center.
Wow.
And So we thought that, I mean, whenever you ask people, nobody has a problem with me personally as a Muslim, but then as a society, they were, for some reason, there was a conflict or people didn't like us or that's a little too much. But so we decided to do something for the community. We had talked about starting the clinic before because alhamdulillah in Jacksonville we have quite a few physicians in our community, and we thought about starting it, and it was just a thought until this bombing incidents, and then Faisal took over the planning and implementation and lining up the volunteers and everything. And from start to finish was month and a half we were open seeing patients.
Well, talk about taking a really scary situation and making the most out of it. It's great to see that the response from the Muslim community was to do something that would take care of the community, right? And I think that's really remarkable.
No, that was great. And actually we started out as we had a different name at that time. We started out in one trailer, and in Florida it gets really hot.
Hmm.
So we would have about 10 chairs in the waiting room. We would provide the patients water and that type of stuff. We had two exam rooms, and we would have patients waiting out in the we had shade, but nonetheless they would be waiting outside. Now we started out, once every Sunday for 4 hours, and I believe within a couple of months we had so many patients that we went to 2 Sundays a month.
Hmm.
And then within a couple of years we had to move. And at that time Islamic Center board, there were a couple of physicians that who decided to buy this building, which came on market. It was a really good opportunity right across the street from the Islamic Center. The purpose was to be next to Islamic Center, so that way, if we give directions, we are right next to Islamic Center. But many times we have a Sunday school at the Islamic Center, so all the volunteers will bring their children, drop them off at the Sunday school, and come over and volunteer at the clinic. And
Nice.
you know, clinic gets done, and Sunday school gets done, and everybody was good.
That's a great way to engage the parents. And you know, the services that the Mass Clinic provides, hopefully, you're serving a minority communities, specifically people who maybe don't have access to health care, and doing a lot of work that otherwise people wouldn't get treated, right?
That is true. So the model, and actually this is one of perhaps the unique thing in Jacksonville, Florida, is that there are about six other free clinics too. One is federally funded and that type of stuff, but not because I am the chair or I started out as a volunteer, but they pushed me on the board. this is the best clinic. Now, to qualify for our services, patient has to be below 200% of federal poverty limit. They cannot have insurance. That's the only way they will qualify for our services. Now, we are, of course, we have our own separate 503c. And the way it works is that we have primary care, but at the same time, we have a lot of other specialty care too. We have cardiology, we have nephrology, we have neurology, we have women's services, we have podiatry, we have mental health counseling, we have psychiatry. So all those services are provided there. At the same time, we have our own X-ray machine, we have our own EKG machine, we have our own CLIA license that we can do any blood work, which is based on cartridge-based system. We can do those type of things. We have physical therapy, and all the volunteers, our name is Muslim American Social Services, but when you come there, you will see every religion, every skin shade, and pretty much every nationality there. Until a month ago, actually, Diane Rains, who I believe you were in communication with, she was our chairperson, and she just retired as a chief nursing officer from Baptist Hospital downtown. It's a pretty big hospital. So we have, majority, of course, are all of us are Muslims trying to help.
That's really remarkable. And you see this concept of free clinics that are Muslim-led initiatives all across the country. So it's really inspiring to see that Mass Clinic has been doing it for so long and has grown to now a building and providing all of these wraparound services as well. What would you say is, you know, the goal for next year and continuing to grow, and what your board wants to accomplish?
So, and I think if I could point people to go to our website, massclinic.org, and we will update. The data is there, and you can clearly see that when we were in trailer 2 years after that, our number of patients plateaued, and that was not because of the patient demand. That was because of our space constraint. And then once we moved to this new facility, trajectory of our patient of numbers were pretty much straight up. And then we plateaued maybe about last year or so, and that is again because of the space constraint.
Wow.
So we are looking at expanding. We are going to get a trailer that we will be able to put about 2 exam rooms in there. We also have a mobile clinic bus. Actually, St. Vincent is another hospital in town and used to be there mobile, and they donated it. But the goal of the current board, the previous boards, the founding board, is to have this clinic keep going up, whether we are here or not. Now, one thing I always like to point out to people is that we have a 360, it's a full circle type of thing. So we bring these volunteers from high school. They have passion to do that. It looks good on their resume too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And then also the undergrad who are going towards medical school. And then we teach them, we show them how to scribe. They are scribe. We pretty much, they do everything at the clinic. And again, it looks really good in their resume. And from there, they go on to medical school. And this year, just this year in June, 3 of the volunteers started medical school,
That's fantastic.
which is really good. Now, this coming year, I already know that 2 of our current volunteers have been accepted into medical schools. And when I say medical schools, I mean they are at Emory and that type of stuff. Uh, Now, the best example I always like to give is that we had one first generation Indian girl who volunteered at our clinic. She was undergrad. She went back to India, got her MBBS, came back to States, did her residency, found a job in Orlando as a hospitalist. And there, of course, shift work. So she works 3 days in Orlando, comes once a month and volunteers at our clinic. When
Wow.
I said we have 360, that's the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
That we are going to help you, uh, and we need you to help us to do those type of things. So whether I am there or anybody else is there or not, the goal is that the mass clinic will, inshallah, always be there. It is the best run clinic. Faisal is our technical guru, and everybody looks up to him in town in the free clinics to help him home with IT. He has all the ideas. But at the same time, we help, well, actually, when I say we, it's Faisal, by the way. Faisal will help the free clinics there are in Orlando, in Miami, and a couple of other places, all these Muslim clinics, we kind of talk to each other and
That's,
learn from each other, and he
yeah,
helps with all the technology part.
that's
So we're
important.
not here. The idea is anybody listening, if they want to start a free clinic in, let's say here, town in Philadelphia, we will help. We have a really successful blueprint. We will bring the blueprint. We will assist in implementing it, and pretty much to that point.
It sounds like a fantastic operation and great to have that resource in the community and help replicating it across the country. I want to take this moment to congratulate you again on the Outstanding Nonprofit nomination. We're really excited to host Mass Clinic, you and your team, at our annual symposium on Saturday, November 14th, where we'll be announcing the awards, and looking forward to continuing to work with Mass Clinic in the future as well. So,
Well, no, thank you again. Just a shameless plug,
of
massclinic.org.
course,
Anybody can go. Please go check. And if you guys are in Jacksonville, now we are open 3 days a week. So
great,
depending on availability, Tuesday, Friday, Sunday. And so if you are in town, just come and visit, and you will be, you know, glad to see our operations.
wonderful. Thank you again, Zafar Uncle, and looking forward to seeing you at the event.
Same here. Thank you.
Yep, bye bye.
Bye.